5. It's 5:20 in the morning. This morning we're going to the hospital. Well, let me put it this like this. Hospital called us last night. And told Wendy and I that they wanted to go ahead and give us the anyway, you know, the stuff. This morning, they wanted us over there by 7 o'clock in the morning. So I have to wake Wendy up here in about 5 minutes, get her going. So it's going to be short this morning. How am I doing? Well, I was able to get up and talk this morning, so I think maybe it's turning around. I still feel like crap, okay? But that's expected. Am I getting tired of it? Well, yeah. You know, to me, it's more like a bothersome problem than anything else. I mean, I've had a lot worse things than this. You know, but things do take changes, you know. Some interesting, another tidbit this morning happened. Came in, I sat down on the couch, you know, and all of a sudden it felt like somebody threw water all over the side of my body. It was, you know, instantly like you could feel the droplets like this, right? Lasted for about, I don't know, 7-8 seconds. That was weird. Obviously that's a nerve thing, but that was strange. The taste, I don't taste anything this morning. Absolutely nada, nothing. Smells aren't as bad this morning, so it's obviously something that's going to go up and down. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen after we get. I think this is an infusion you get, so you gotta, you know, it takes about a half an hour to do it, and it's where they sit down and they, you know, put it in. It takes a while for it to go into the system. You know, I think that's what it is. I'm gonna try to be double keto today and see if I can sneak some footage. I'll try. I think it'd be interesting to see. Good thing to document, you know. But that's really about it. I'm gonna have to quit because I gotta go get the wife and we gotta get out of here because I want to get this over with as soon as possible because I'm gonna, you know, just want to come back here and just kind of crash probably. But that's really about it this morning. I guess I'll talk to you guys a little later.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, all you new folks, and welcome back to Loving It on Keto. We are up early and out the door. We got a call yesterday evening, and we are going for our monoclonal antibodies early this morning. They have instructions on which building we need to go to. It's kind of a maze, so we're leaving in enough time because our appointment is at 7 a.m. It is 6 a.m. and Harry and I need to eat something because we're going to be there 2.5 hours. I don't know the whole details of what they need to do, but it's called monoclonal antibody infusion. So I'm assuming we're going to be either infused or several shots. I know our friend Melanie Hine from Princess Ninja and Keto, they got 2 shots. They needed one either in the stomach, the thigh, or the buttocks. and so they had to get one shot in one area and one shot in the other. She lives in Florida, so I'm not sure if that's the same thing that we're getting or not. We're open to whatever that is, but Harry has bad bronchitis this morning and got up at
Yeah, that's what
4.
the doctor called me last night.
Yeah, but his doctor called him back and said if he continues to have more blood in his expectorant when he's getting
clots.
rid of something, or if there's any blood clots in it, to get to the ER right away. We're going to talk to the person that does the monoclonal antibody infusion and ask if we still need to take the steroids and the inhalers. So we're taking those with us as well. Anyway, you guys, when we'll come back, we'll explain what happened. We want to document for everyone to show what we're doing. If we can show what they do there, we will take that picture on my phone if they allow it. If not, we'll let you know when we get home. Anyway, you guys, today is a protein sparing modified fast day. So remember, it's a high priority day. If you are sick, if you are not feeling well, please reach for protein. Good sources of protein. Please boil some eggs so you can grab those and just eat them. You know, our taste buds are being greatly affected. The olfactory sense is affected. So you need to get something that's easy, settles your stomach, and that you can get down. That's protein. Anyway, everybody, we will see you in the next segment. Wish us luck. We got to follow the warp speed clinic signs to the back and into this building. And there's the parking structure. Well, I am sitting here getting my infusion. And I'm not supposed to be filming, but I am. Harry's in the next room. The infusion is 30 minutes, and then we have to be observed for 30 additional minutes. So I'll talk to everybody when we get home.
Well, here I sit, made it inside, doing our thing. You can see that it's the IV, and there's the little sacks out there. It takes about 25 minutes to do it. It's not a big thing, and it takes 25 minutes, and you got to sit here an hour afterwards because they're watching for reactions. In case there's a reaction, they want to be able to, do something. So everything's pretty cool. Wendy's on the other side of the wall. She's right behind me on this side of this wall. We're like in these little rooms. TV. And me. That's really about it, man. So far, so good. No discomfort. She did a really good job getting the IV in. No problem. If I have anything else to tell you, I'll let you know. But right now, everything's cool. So it's not that hard to do. So if any of you guys out there are going to have to do this, which I think I would suggest that you do, but it's up to you. I'll let you know if anything happens. But I was talking to Wendy a minute ago, and she said she's feeling fine. She's not feeling anything. So that's good. That's good. So, all right. Talk to you guys in a bit.
Harry and I are done with our infusion.
Yep, we're done with this.
Have a
How do you like isn't that pretty?
Yep. Well, you go in and they take your information. The infusion is a 30-minute infusion IV.
Right.
Then it is a 30-minute saline flush.
Right.
Then it is a 30-minute, or is it an hour? We wait for an hour. Kind of felt a little funniness in our throats, both of us. We were in different areas right next to one another.
Yeah, if you ever had like an MRI with contrast?
It kind of feels like that in your
Kinda,
throat, but
a
other
little
than
bit.
that, it's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are going to get in the car and go home, and we'll talk to you guys then. Harry and I are home from getting our monoclonal infusion antibodies, and I had high anxiety last night. First of all, that steroid that I take at night makes me hyperactive. Like, I came in here and made bread, and I taped it, and Harry's gonna insert that here a little later because we have to change our clothes and get out of all these things. And I think I wore this last night just to make the bread.
Right.
So, but we want to wash everything that we had because we were in zombie apocalypse land. Yes, we were.
Oh yeah, man.
Everybody in there was a zombie.
Voluntarily.
Every single one of them. Yes,
we went in
indeed.
there voluntarily.
Yes,
man.
we did, and we came out just fine. I'm exhausted. I did not sleep. I tossed and turned and did the what if thing in my brain. You know, if you could just take a button and push it and turn off the brain while you're sleeping, that would be nice. Anyway, we had a slice of toast this morning. We wanted to get there early because the instructions on how to get where you need to go and follow the warp speed signs and stuff. So Harry's vitamins are here. Today is Sunday. I just take them out so that he knows he has to take them. I put my vitamins in a cup as well. We've got those, and you guys, this bread is delicious. Oh,
yeah,
my
man, it
gosh.
turns out so well.
This bread is so good.
This is what she's making
I made
today.
2 loaves, and you guys will see it, but it is absolutely delicious. It
And
is
big.
egg white. This is egg white protein
Turn it.
buttermilk bread. Buttermilk bread, you guys. This is so soft. It is not dry at all. It's absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah, this is one of your better breads because I can taste it,
This is my most favorite bread.
and we can taste it.
The buttermilk gives it just a teeny bit of that sourness, and then that buttermilk makes it soft. And man, it doesn't fit in my container because it's so tall. But you guys stick around and watch that video because I made these last night, and these are so good.
And did I say I could taste it?
Yes, Harry said he could taste it, and we had it this morning with butter and a little bit of sugar-free jam on it before we left. We did take a Quest protein bar with us because they said we would be there 2 to 3 hours, and once you're in the chair, you can't get out. So we had each one of those in our arsenal just in case we needed it. So that's where we are. I am making our elixirs because we didn't take those with us. I didn't want to take stuff in,
Yeah.
other than something like a bar.
Yeah, you get out of there, you want to first thing you think about is getting in the shower and changing your clothes.
Well, yeah, because you're in zombie apocalypse land. You're
Yeah.
like ground zero because
Yeah.
everybody coming in, that's what they're getting the same. They're there for the same thing you are.
Yep.
I put in daily minerals. I put about 10 drops in each time I make a glass for us and then put it on my food throughout the day. I've got some magnesium. I'm putting 20 in mine this morning because, you guys, I had high anxiety last night.
Yeah, she's
My
bad.
brain just won't shut off. It won't stop.
I fell right to
You
sleep.
know, my mom, I'm worried about her because she has to retest. And Harry had to retest. So,
Yeah.
the first one isn't always right. Note to self, if you are asymptomatic, you take one, you're negative, get another one in a few days. Because if you've been around the people, this seems to be pretty much what I'm hearing from everybody. This one is not as bad as it could be. As
Depending on what variant you
the
get.
The one before. Be careful with our words, Harry. Anyway, you guys, stay keto. Super important. Ketogenic lifestyle, carnivore lifestyle, ketovore lifestyle is extremely, extremely important. You know, eggs are very soft on your stomach, hard-boiled eggs. We're noticing with our taste being off, anything with grease or fat other than a slice of cheese just leaves grease. I tried having a bite of bacon. It's not happening. It's just that mouth feel that you're getting because you're not tasting. And cheese seems, and I can't believe I'm eating cheese every day, but I am because I have to eat something.
Well, it cuts through. You can
and
actually
it cuts
taste
through,
some
and
of
I
it.
can taste it. So,
Yeah.
and you guys, I am not a bologna person. I don't eat bologna. I don't like it because it's too strong. I've been eating bologna, the uncured good
Boar's head.
boar's head and the low sodium boar's head and the deli from Whole Foods because I can taste it a little bit and it tastes really good. I bet when I'm done with this, I'm not going to want to eat bologna ever again, but we'll see. Anyway, you guys, this bread is really, really, really good. If you guys just have thrown up your hands and said, I am so tired of trying another recipe because it's all dry to me, it sticks in my throat, this one is awesome. Now, I've got the recipe. I figured it out last night, did the macros and all the good things, and it does have 3 grams of carb per slice. I'm doing 14 slices for this big, huge loaf. You probably could get 16. But it's got 1 gram of fat. It's got a tablespoon of egg yolk. It's got a tablespoon of butter. It's got a tablespoon of the buttermilk. And you guys, it is moist and delicious. It's not wet. It's not dry. It is so good, especially.
It doesn't stick in your throat.
Does not stick in your throat at all. And we're having issues with our throat with the zombie apocalypse, so it's really, really good. And melted cheese on it is delicious because it's creamy and smooth. Anyway, you guys, we're gonna take our vitamins, we're gonna drink our morning elixir, and then we're going to go back to bed and take a nap.
But you guys are gonna watch the making of bread.
Yes, you are. That's in the next segment, so stay tuned. Last night, after we were done filming, I needed to make bread. And I thought to myself, how can I make my bread more moist, soft, tender, not so dry, but not soggy and wet? So I made some bread last night, and it was absolutely amazing. And at least it tastes delicious to Harry and I. So I thought I would bring the recipe to you all today. Today I am making egg white buttermilk bread. So let's get started. In my bowl, I have 1 1/2 cups water. I put 1 level teaspoon of active dry yeast in it just to let it set and get activated. And I'm going to leave that set for a minute because I want to do the additives that we're going to be adding in after we have stiff egg whites. And this is going to go a little bit slower than normal because I want to make sure I do it right. So you want 6 grams or 1 tablespoon of whole egg yolk powder. It's 5. And I want to get precise on my grams instead of saying a tablespoon. So 6 grams of egg yolks. The buttermilk powder I'm using is Judy's. And 1 tablespoon equals 9 grams. So I'm going to do that. This just made a lovely loaf of bread. So I'm looking for 9 grams. That's 8. 9 grams. Then I am using Anthony's Premium Butter Powder, and I'm using 1 tablespoon or 6 grams. Look at the back of the package to find out the gram weight per tablespoon. That's what I've done. What did I say, 6 grams? Four, 5, 6. Those are very important measurements for the additives at the back end. I need to use the scale for one more thing, but let me get the rest that goes into here. I'm doing 1 level teaspoon of nutritional yeast. Just use some nutritional yeast. And I'm using 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. 1/2 teaspoon. I'm also putting in 1
teaspoon of allulose into this mixture. I've gotten my allulose down to 1 tablespoon, you guys, and it makes my bread crust nice, and I'm not using so much allulose. Allulose tends to bother Harry's intestines. So we've cut it from 1/4 cup all the way down to 1 tablespoon. It works really, really well. Now, in my water mixture here, I've let the, I'm putting in 2 level teaspoons of cream of tartar. 2, 1, 2 into my water. And then I am taking my egg white powder, egg white protein powder. And I have found that I like 120 grams of it. So I'm doing 120 grams. Weighing these particular ingredients that I've just weighed, I think are very important. The rest is not so important, but it's very important because you don't want it too dry and you don't want it too soggy. And there is a finite line between that when you're making the egg white protein bread, I am finding. And I think that's why some people have too dry and why some people have too wet. Now I'm just going to raise this up. Get this started on low. Get that powder going in there. I'm going to turn it on high and let this beat for about 5 to 6 minutes or until I get stiff peaks. Come back in the next step. Now that I have stiff egg white, I'm putting it down to low, and I'm adding my powder in. With my buttermilk powder, my butter powder, my egg yolk powder. Make sure it just gets in, and then I'm going to turn this on for 10 seconds just to whip it off that beater. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I just made bread, so I'm reusing my parchment paper. It's going to save money. And watch your ears, because I am going to bang this. Then what I want to do is just go around the sides and make sure that all the powder is off the bottom and all the powder is away from the sides and everything got mixed, and I'm going to pour it in. This is beautiful batter. I mean, it is just lovely batter. Take my clips off. Got a little bit of bread on there, but just beautiful, beautiful batter, isn't it, Harry?
Yeah. Creamy.
Very creamy. So you want to just kind of get it in the corners like you would your regular bread. Get it in there. Try to take out any bubbles that might be in without smashing it down. The buttermilk just makes it whip so nice. See, you just get the nice whippiness of the bread. Want to make sure you get it in your corners. Look at that, you guys, how nice that whipped up. And it's not falling either, which is interesting because buttermilk is got some fat in it, and so does butter, of course, and the egg yolk. But man, This is beautiful dough, or batter, bread dough I guess we're calling it. And it is just lovely. Now I'm putting that in a 325 degree oven for 40 minutes. And we're gonna bring that out and see how it bakes, you guys. Anyway, come back in 40 minutes and we'll bring it out of the oven and see how it looks. You guys, I forgot to tell you, I also had in the water 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I had 1/2 teaspoon of salt in the water, and I had a teaspoon of the active dry yeast in the water. And then I added 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar and 120 grams of egg white protein powder to the water and beat that stiff. Then I added the other products. That's something I forgot to tell you, but I added that in the water right away.
But it'll all be on the...
It'll all be on the recipe. Yes, it will. But I don't want you guys to say, oh, she forgot to add salt, because I did. I added the salt. I remember doing it. So anyway, we'll come back, you guys. I'm very excited. The bread is done. It is done. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek-y-see.
Ooh. God, look at how big that loaf is, man.
It's a beautiful loaf of bread. Man, is that pretty. Oh, I like it.
Wasn't that wild?
Yeah, watch out. It's hot, hot, hot. The good news when using parchment paper is that it allows you to lift the loaf of bread right out of the pan and onto the cooling rack. We are finding out, using the powdered egg white protein powder specifically, don't spray the pan. If you can use parchment paper or silicone or non-stick, it rises better and it comes out easier. When you use spray, it kind of sinks in. So we have been not using any oil spray whatsoever. And this way you can just take your parchment paper and lift your bread right out of the pan. Okay? And you can just get your bread. Man, you guys, it smells delicious. This smells so good. I can smell it. It smells like bread. Doesn't it, Harry?
Oh, yeah. Beautiful bread.
Well, that's a pretty loaf. And I only used 1 tablespoon of allulose with this. So I think that the butter or the yolk or the buttermilk, something is giving it a better color than you normally would get just using. There you go. There you have it, you guys. Sorry about the crunching. So we're going to let this loaf rest. But that is a beautiful loaf of bread. Here you go, Harry. You ready? I'm going to try to pick it up without burning my hands. Ooh. That is a keto egg white protein buttermilk bread, you guys, and it's absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna let that rest. We're gonna see how that does. We're gonna see how it settles. It's a little over the sides because I overfilled it on the top, but that's a nice piece of bread. We'll come back and we'll cut that. Here, can you see this better this way?
Yeah. Turn it all the way around so we can see the whole thing. And that turned out really well, didn't it?
It did. It turned out really nice. It overfilled on the tops because I had so much batter. It really whipped up nice with the buttermilk. I was afraid with the buttermilk, the yolk, and the butter that it would fall quicker, and it didn't. And I think that little bit of xanthan is what caused it to stay up. But you guys, that's a beautiful loaf. And I'm telling you, this is a moist, delicious loaf of bread. We'll come back, we'll cut it when it's cooled. The bread is cool, and it still looks beautiful, you guys. Look at that. Looks very, very pretty. very pretty. Very pretty indeed.
And it tastes good too.
And you know what I found out? If you turn your bread over and slice it, it's easier to slice. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah, we're on it.
Slices nice and thin. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. I can smell bread. Sally's good now. You guys, this is light and fluffy. Oh man, it's not moist, but it's light and fluffy. Oh, it's nice. Look at this. That is so good. That is so good. Something that I saw Indigo Nelly did, she did like the ball test, right?
Yeah, but you can't use the heel. You got to use the. Yeah, there you go. See. Now try to. Can you unfold it? Yeah.
This is just like Wonder Bread, but better. This is moist, delicious. Man, is that good. Here, Harry, why don't you come over here and give this a taste test.
Okay.
Use this piece, the one I didn't tear up and roll in a ball.
Feels like it's like real bread.
It does. Smell it.
Yeah.
That's softer than my version 3.1. That's softer. And it is.
The problem is the texture. Everything is fabulous. I taste, but I don't know if I'm getting the.
Right. That's our problem because of our zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
But it's a nice bread. Texture-wise.
But what I do taste, it tastes good.
It's got a little
I'm
bit
not
of.
getting a really weird, bad taste. No. It's what I used to like to do when I was a little kid.
We used to go fishing with bread.
Mm-hmm.
We used to put a little hot dog and put some bread around it.
If I can make them, I try to make them into squares. It's just like white Wonder Bread.
Okay, here you go. I think it's nice.
Good.
I think it's soft, delicate, delicious. You don't need water, and look at the nice bubbles and things you get in it, like regular bread. It's very, very nice, you guys. And I kind of get that buttermilk. If you like buttermilk bread, if you like a little bit of sour but not too sourdough, this is the bread for you, you guys. I'm gonna put this bread recipe up in the comments for you guys to have. I will give this to Kim Halper, our Facebook admin, and load it up there because you guys, this is also protein sparing modified fast approved. You do get 1 gram of fat. You get 14 slices. So it's 60 calories. Let me go get my macros. Hold. I even typed it up. Macros per slice for 14 slices is 60 calories, 3 grams of carbs, 1 gram fat, 10 grams of protein. I'm excited. I'm calling it Keto White Protein Buttermilk Bread because it's keto. It's also PSMF approved. It does have 1 gram of fat in it, and it's got 3 carbs. But remember, you're allowed up to 10 carbs a day. You're allowed up to 30 grams of fat per day. So it's a really nice bread. And this does not stick in your throat. It is not drying at all. It's not wet. It's good bread.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Well, you guys, I am tired. I am tired out today. So we're going to go ahead and close this out. But you guys, tomorrow is a regular keto day. Use your macros, eat healthy, nutritious foods, use the do's and don'ts foods list, and move your body. Anyway, you guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the little bell, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you right here tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Sally, where are you? You gonna come say
There she
good
is.
night? There she is.
There she is.
You gonna say good night? Yeah. Can you say good night? Good girl. You are funny.
She does it when she wants to.
She is funny. She's right on cue, man.
She says, I know what my... I know. Yeah, she's sleeping on the couch. Weren't you, little girl?
Funny, man. She knows
Sit
when you
down.
say that ending to come in here.
Should we throw you one? Can you go? And you're waking up? Okay. Your Mark said go.
Good night, everyone. Oh, she's back from work.